If you're looking for cheap, safe, and reliable MT, make sure you go check out my new sponsor, safembamt.com. Use code JC2K for 5% off and go build that God Squad you always wanted. Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 shooting guards, in my opinion, in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM right now. Coming toward the end of the year, these are the guys who I recommend picking up for your God Squad if you're trying to build your in-game team. And remember, this video is entirely my opinion, and it's also current gen based because that's the gen of the game that I play on. So if you have a different opinion or if you play on next gen, there's a very good chance your list will be different, and that's totally fine. Feel free to let me know what you would have changed down below in the comment section. And as always, before we hop into it, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're less than 400 subscribers away from the 2,500 mark, trying to hit that in the near future, and I really appreciate all the recent support on the channel. But without further ado, let's hop into it and see what these top 10 shooting guards in the game are looking like. Before we hop into the top 10, I just want to mention a few of the guys who are not even in the top 10, in my personal opinion, who are really, really good shooting guard options. You got guys like Dr. J, all of the Kobe Bryants, USA Michael Jordan, all of the Magic Johnson options, Luka Doncic, Dominique Wilkins, etc., etc. There's so many good shooting guards in the game who aren't even on this list. Invincible Kevin Durant, another one. Invincible Tracy McGrady. Neither of them make the list for me personally. There's just a lot of really good shooting guard options in the game who can be used effectively at a competitive level, but in my personal opinion, don't crack this top 10. And that's just because the shooting guard position is so deep, and really every position is so deep toward the end of the year at this point. But that being said, coming in at number 10, we have Mr. Michael Jordan, the GOAT Michael Jordan. This MJ is obviously the best MJ in the game, in my opinion. I know he has steady shooter, which other MJs don't have, like the Invincible one doesn't have, but he also comes with every single Hall of Fame badge in the game. He's got 99 everything. MJ release, I'm very quick. I like it a lot on current gen. I know people on next gen don't like his release as much, but on current gen, I really like it. He's can curry slide. He's got the Pro 3 behind the back, Pro 2 size up. Just a really, really good all-around card. I don't feel like steady shooter hurts the card very much. And he's just exceptional all the way around, capable of doing everything on the court for you. The only thing that holds him back from being higher on this list is the fact that he's only 6'6", so he doesn't have a big player build, but defensively he's got great defensive animations. If he was bigger, he'd be higher on this list, but even at 6'6", he does deserve his spot, cracking the top 10 at number 10. And then number 9, we got Invincible Grant Hill, another guy who we got this last week in the Season 9 that came out. This Grant Hill card can be earned for free from grinding triple threat off online, and he's 6'8", 6'11" wingspan, 225 pounds. He's got a lot of size on MJ, which is big. Nice big player build as well. 67 hops, hotspots everywhere. Badges he's missing that you'd really want on Hall of Fame, I don't think there is a single one in my opinion. 99, 98 every stat. Jump shot 1 is not the best release. I don't love this release, but on Grant Hill it's pretty smooth, pretty consistently easy to green. I find it greenable. The release on him is the thing that holds him back from being higher on this list, is because it's not nearly as good as a base 98 or a Paul George base or XM base or anything like that. That being said, it is a greenable release. It's a manageable release. It's not too slow. It's not too baited, and it is possible to green. And also has the Pro 2 size up, Pro 2 or Pro 3 behind the back, Pro 2 between the legs, and can curry slide, so perfect dribble sigs on him as well. Just another really good option at the shooting guard position who comes in at number 9. At number 8, we have out of position Tracy McGrady, who I believe is the best Tracy McGrady in the game. I feel like I have more success shooting with this Tracy McGrady significantly than any other T-Mac in the game. And I think part of that is because he doesn't come with steady shooter, whereas other T-Macs do, but he also comes with every key badge that you really need. 6'8" with 7'2" wingspan, hotspots everywhere, 54 hops. Only badges you'd want on Hoff that he doesn't have would be a badge like post move lockdown or rim protector. But statistically, he's incredible. He's got a 7'2" wingspan, which helps to make up for that. He's really, really long on the perimeter. Basically, GOAT card-esque stats all the way around. Trey Burke release, Kobe Bryant up around very quick. I like this jumper without steady. I'm actually pretty good with it. I didn't really like him very much when he got the first Invincible T-Mac, but I don't know. I'm just a big fan of this Tracy McGrady. I think he's a lot better than the Invincible for whatever reason. He just plays better on the court. Definitely think he's a good card. Pro 2 size up, can curry slide, Pro 3 behind the back as well. So he's got the key dribble sigs that you want, and I think that most every card in the game has at this point. Coming in at number 7, we have Mr. Kawhi Leonard, and I'm talking about the not invincible Kawhi Leonard. This Kawhi Leonard is nearly just as good. Super good option. I think a lot of people would still have him top 5, and I'm okay with that. I just personally would have a couple other guys over him that I think some people might not, but he's 6'7" with 7'3" wingspan, hotspots everywhere, 56 Hoff. He's got a tall player build. He looks taller than 6'7". Really long arms as well, like I'm saying. Hall of Fame badges, he really comes very complete, except for the badge handles for days. And I think not having Hall of Fame handles for days at this point in the year is kind of a important badge that he's missing that no other card on this list I don't think is, and that kind of holds him back a little bit because every other card on this list has that Hall of Fame handles for days, and him not having it makes him just a little bit harder to 3-hunt and dribble quite as consistently with, which holds him back a little bit. Statistically, he's basically a GOAT card. Release is super chicken, Pro 2 size up, can curry slide, Pro 3 behind the back. He is so good. This card is super elite. I love this Kawhi Leonard card. If he had Hall of Fame handles for days, he'd probably be a little bit bigger or a little bit higher, and that would put him on par pretty much with the Invincible Kawhi. But because he doesn't have that Hall of Fame handles for days, and I know it's nitpicking, but at this point in the year, with cards as being as great as they are, I can't put him higher than 7 in my personal opinion right now. Coming in at number 6 is a guy who I think some people are going to think are a little bit too high, and then some people are going to have too low. I know TyDeBo loves this Cam Reddish card. I'm a big fan of him as well. I think he's super good. He's 6'8" with a tall wingspan, hotspots everywhere, or a tall height, long wingspan, hotspots everywhere, 51 hoffs. The thing about him is he's missing the post-move lockdown and rim protector badges, but I feel like those badges are not nearly as crucial as handles for days, and you just put them on gold and you're fine. And he's got the length as well to play of defense at a very high level. I think on the perimeter he's super exceptional. Interior defensively he's not as good. Post-game things like that, rebounding, but I don't consider those stats all that important. And if you've used this Cam Reddish card, you just know there's something about him. Something about his release is super consistent, so easy to green. He gets amazing slashing animations. He's a really good defender. You don't notice the low interior defense. I don't feel like he gets bodied at all. He's super elite on both ends of the court. Paul George release is one of my favorite releases in the game. Both on him and Paul George, I absolutely love it. Pro 2 size up, can curry slide, Pro 5 behind the back, which is the second best behind the back in the game. I really don't mind it at all, even though it's not Pro 3. I mean, he's super elite. He has some holes in terms of that interior defense especially, but you don't really notice it, I don't feel like, and I think he really does deserve to be a top 6 shooting guard in the game right now. At number 5, we have LeBron James, the Pantheon Team USA one. And the thing about LeBron that prevents him from being like a top 3 shooting guard is, well, there's a lot of really good shooting guards in the game, but he might be. I look at my list and I wonder if he's number 4. Like it's really close. The top 5 shooting guards in the game are all so close. I really think you can go either way. But LeBron is 6'9" with 7-foot wingspan, 250 pounds, hotspots everywhere. He's got a super wide player ability. He's an elite slasher, elite defender, really elite at everything on the court. Doesn't have Hall of Fame rim protector, which you'd like to see on him, but it doesn't have it, and that's okay. But defensively, I still think he's incredibly elite. I think he really does everything on the court at a very high level. Jump shot super good. Pro 2 size up, Pro 3 behind the back, Pro 2 between the legs. He's borderline a perfect card. Doesn't have Hall of Fame rim protector, but besides that, he's basically a perfect card. And I think every card in this top 5 is basically a perfect card. You can have tons of success with any of these guys in your lineup. I don't think it really matters who of these top 5 shooting guards you run, as long as you have 1 or 2 of them. But that being said, this LeBron James is a buyout. He's an incredible card. One of the best, if not the best value shooting guards in the game right now. Coming in at number 4, we have Paul George, who I think is another guy who, just like the point guard list, I'm very high on, who some people may not be as high on. And that's okay. But PG is 6'9", 6'11" with 220 pounds. But at 220 pounds at 6'9", he can curry slide, which is the threshold to the curry slide at 6'9", which is really nice because guys like LeBron and a couple other guys we'll get to can't curry slide on this list. That being said, he also has 64 hoffs, hotspots everywhere. He's not missing any crucial Hall of Fame badges. Stats are perfect. Shooting, I mean, he's Cam Reddish except better. This card is the better Cam Reddish. He's got Pro 3 behind the back. He's an inch taller. He's not missing a couple of the badges Cam Reddish is missing. He's still got the same chicken release, amazing dunk package, elite defensive animations. Just an incredible card. Guy who will probably be in my in-game lineup because I enjoy using his cards that much in 2K. He is that dude. Coming in at number 3 is a guy who I personally will probably never run in my lineup just because I'm probably not going to sell Paul George because I love Paul George. But that being said, Kawhi Leonard I think has to be just a little bit better than Paul George because of his defensive animations. Now this Kawhi specifically he's the same Kawhi as the last one, except he's got 66 hoffs. He's got some of the Hall of Fames that Kawhi didn't have previously. He's got the Hall of Fame handles for today specifically, which is a huge deal breaker. I think for a shooting guard it's really nice that he has that one now. Stats are obviously incredible. They're just better than the other. Dark Matters, which were already really good. Pro 2 size up, Pro 3 behind the back, Pro 2 curry slide. Just he's this Kawhi, but slightly better badges and stats, and comes with the Hall of Fame handles for days. And I think that makes a big difference. That badge specifically, I think, is very, very important, as I have been saying. And I think he is probably the 3rd best shooting guard in the game right now. Elite defense animations. Kawhi has his own defense animations. I think he's the best defender in the game, in my personal opinion, and or at least the best perimeter defender in the game. Overall defender, probably not, but in terms of on-ball perimeter defense, Kawhi, I think, is the best on-ball defender in the game. I really love his cards. I think he's super elite. And at number 2, we have another another exceptional defender in Andrei Kirilenko. The thing about AK that separates him is I think he's just slightly better on the offensive end of the court, and partially because of his size. And also on the interior, I prefer him as a rebounder, as an interior defender, all that because he is tall. He's got a couple inches on Kawhi, one inch longer wingspan. Stats are basically that of a GOAT card again. If you put speed of the ball, driving, dunk, acceleration, shoe on him, that Kobe, he basically has invincible stats if you have Mike D'Antoni in that shoe. Like, I could actually show y'all if add shoe right here. Let's see if I can find it. This one right here, this Kobe, and Mike D'Antoni as your coach. If you have Mike D'Antoni, which I think most people should have Mike D'Antoni, I think he's the best coach that's not Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. His stats basically become 99 everything, close to it, on the ones that aren't like 95s and stuff. So also comes with every key Hall of Fame badge, every defensive badge on Hall of Fame. Jump shot 98, again, which is really something that none of the other guys on this list have. He has the easiest to get off jumper of any of these top shooting guards. Is it the best jumper? That's really up for interpretation, but it is definitely an amazing jumper. Also has the Pro 2 size up, Pro 3 behind the back. Just, I think, defensively all around, he's incredibly complete. He slashes at a very high level. He's got base 98. He's just an incredible card. Y'all know I love Andrei Kirilenko, and y'all know how good he is. But at number 1, I have Space Jam LeBron James, who I believe is basically the GOAT LeBron James. Pretty close, except for the fact that he plays the shooting guard position. And this LeBron, looking at his stats, I mean, he's as close to a GOAT card as you could get without actually being a GOAT card. Badge-wise, same exact thing. He's not missing a single important Hall of Fame badge. He's got the Dante Exum base. He's got the Pro 2, Pro 3 behind the back. He is this LeBron James, which was number 5, except better. Similar to the way that this Kawhi is the better Kawhi. This one has the Hall of Fame rim protector that this LeBron didn't have. It's got basically perfect stats. He's the perfect shooting guard, I think, at this point in the year. I think he's as good as it gets. I think he might be the best shooting guard in the game for the rest of the year. And the fact of the matter is, you're not going to probably see this card quite as much as you should, simply because we have a GOAT LeBron James who can play the point guard position. But that being said, this LeBron is incredible. I think he's about a buyout as well. In terms of value, please, if you don't have GOAT LeBron at your point guard position, please go pick up this LeBron. He should be starting at the shooting guard position for you if you're not playing GOAT LeBron, really, for the rest of the year. He is that good. Card is absolutely incredible. But yeah, that is my top 10 shooting guards in the game. As y'all can see, it's a lot of size, a lot of shooting, really, really good all-around cards. Every card on this list can compete for you at a very high level, but these top 5 especially are borderline perfect cards. And yeah, I think the shooting guard position is amazing. I think it's a really, really good position in the game, and I think this is probably the best list that I could make using the shooting guards that we have in the game. So let me know what you thought of my list down in the comments down below, and also make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already to help me push towards the 2,500 subscriber mark on the channel. And yeah, I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.